Germain has a bold idea to help his family's finances. But before launching into the project, he consults the village's senior lama. His madcap idea came to him when he was looking at the horses on prayer flags. He wants to buy a horse which has been broken in and hire it out to tourists to earn his living. He first asks the Lama to bless a roll of prayer flags with images of the wind horses, the Lung Ta. Halfway through the ceremony, he confides his secret. The Lama kindly gives him encouragement. He prays for his protection and for the arrival of a horse in the village, a living wind horse, a real-life Lung Ta. No one has ever thought of riding a horse here before. The valley is far too steep. Outside, the scent of burning juniper fills the monastery. Germain, eager to set off in search of his horse, waits with the other believers. Lamas in hats leave for faraway ceremonies. Sherpa women part to sow seeds. And Sherpa guides get ready to tackle the heights. None of them would do this without having received a kata of beige silk, thrown blessed rice, or inhaled the intoxicating sacred smells. Bolstered by these rituals, they go their separate ways, following their own destinies. The wind horses and their prayers are carried off in all directions. Prayers for the dead brother and thoughts of hope. The sound of the wind horses fluttering in the wind signals the arrival of a real horse for Nima and Gurmen. A horse which Germain will go to find in another valley. A horse he hopes to hire out to foreigners passing through. A horse which will carry the sick and save lives. Now they have made the decision. Germain can go to the Valley of the Horses. The animals which scamper around the monastery are not for sale. They are sacred incarnations, horses without a master, left to roam freely. Germain goes bounding along for 10 hours on the trot. And 2,000 meters below, he flies along. One thought preoccupies him: how to find the money. Germain has brought with him all his savings and some valuable objects to sell. Apparently, a domestic horse can cost 50 times the price of his plane ticket. He'll have to borrow money in Kathmandu. Germain is counting on the support of a cousin, Tsawang, who has gone into selling mountaineering equipment. He finds the capital of Nepal balancing on a knife edge. On the one hand, the revolution of Prachanda's Maoist party, which promises democracy to the people and social justice to the poor. On the other, the unseeing monarchy, which continues to parade along in front of an astonishing cavalry. As if to goad, the royal family travels along in a carriage with pomp and contempt. In the Tamil district, items are bought and sold, made and copied, especially equipment offered to the sherpas by the expeditions. Germain's cousin is there. He's welcoming, but careful to check the authenticity of Germain's items. Tawang offers. Germain spent his childhood in a Buddhist monastery. That was what his father wanted. Today, the young Sherpa has mixed feelings. He would like to say thank you and enjoy the here and now. But he remembers the demanding days of his childhood, the monotonous chanting, and having to sit still for hours. He especially remembers the runaways, the ruckuses, bunking off, games, and dreaming of freedom. He remembers moments of sharing, and then finally leaving with Nima to follow his chosen path. He often remembers the restrictions of monastic school life. And he remembers the pleasure of discovering the world through books. He also remembers the interminable ceremonies, which made his head spin with exhaustion. From this strange time at the monastery, a nostalgia for the miracles of light has stayed with him, and an inclination to pray. He has also retained a taste for these extraordinary rides on horseback. These imaginary gallops on raging creatures which drove away evil spirits and scattered demons to the wind.